Hey guys, what's going on? This is invincibill11 here, and I'm just going to preference this 600k combination with gold and elixir loot compilation video with just a couple of different things. First one, I'm apologizing for not being able to put up content last week. I was busy with work. I was actually traveling, and I went down to Richmond for the week, so it was a little bit difficult for me to try and record something and get that published. Um, on the same aspect of that, since then I've become Town Hall 10, as you can see, and along with that, I've also got my Inferno Towers working, both of them going up to level 2 right now. There was a deal last week when I was down in Richmond for 20% off. I think it was run through eBay or something like that to get gems. So basically, I just bought $100 worth of gems for 80 bucks, which is pretty awesome. Still have quite a few left, as you can see. So I really didn't spend much gems for them. It's just been the whole timing and rating and everything like that between, last week I had some time just to get some good rating in outside of work. So that's what I'm just going to preference this video with. I'm also going to add a little bit of information up front for this video, only because the rating's kind of short. I think it's only about 6 minutes or so. Anyway, the information I kind of want to give you guys today is basically that you can essentially get a 2-star on almost any person that you go up against, as long as they are, about the same um, town hall level and troop wise that your character is. And a lot of people kind of get intimidated by Inferno Towers and everything of the sort. But I'm here to tell you that ideally, when it comes down to war, especially for Town Hall 10s, it can be a little bit tricky to try and get, the 2-star. It really all depends on the strategy you use. But just to show you with the current war we have going on now, I don't think they're really going to attack anymore. They kind of gave up. But basically, I got the 2 stars on these top 2 guys. Now, since then, we've told people to loot, and one person got a little bit higher percentage than me. That's Whirly there. But basically, what I'd like to show you, at least for this first guy here, basically what I did is just a little bit more planning on my side of things before I even went through on the attack. What you can see here is basically it looks like a really easy 50%er at least from getting all of the buildings outside and then getting some of the stuff inside. What I notice is his air defense is kind of spread out. They're level 5, so I really didn't want to go with like a Dragoon. He's got one in single Inferno, one multi-Inferno, so it's kind of tricky to gauge whether you want to use like a Go Wipe or a Go Wee Wee, or even if you want to use one of the two. I'm a strong believer in Giants. A lot of people aren't a fan of Giants, so they don't really know how to work Giants. I found out a pretty good way to work with them. What you'll also notice here also is the inside of his base. He has that double wall design, which basically is to deter wall breakers, but once you get Town Hall 9, you have a jump spell, and the jump spell will put clear troops over that whole thing. And the nice thing is the way he has this broken up as well, so he has these little, corner Tetris pieces, spots that have those wall sections, and then he's also got these big square sections on the sides. So in theory, once your troops are done with the 4 buildings and a side, they're going to want to go to those Tetris pieces. But the side piece is large enough that when you put a jump spell in there, they're actually going to want to go wherever that jump spell goes, because that's going to be the quickest route to something else. So this is actually a terrible base design as far as trying to keep people away from getting your town hall, because all you need to do is 2 wall breakers on this little outside square here, jump spell, and everything's just going to go destroy the insides. So I'll show you exactly how that ended up turning out for me. The one thing I did gem though too is my spell factory, because that was a must. Because freeze spells when you're at Town Hall 10 are awesome, although mine are still crappy level 1. So what you'll see is I planned out where his archer towers couldn't hit, and just put single archers on about 10 or so buildings, because that's an easy 10 buildings to start with. Started most of my giants up in that top corner. You see a couple wall breakers and a couple more just to get through that wall. I just put down, archers and whizzies and some barbs just to kind of get around the sides. Rage the giants to get them a little bit more inside. That Inferno will start hitting them once that jump spell goes down. So make sure I freeze those inside guys. Now that's the single target Inferno too, so I put the heal spell in there to make sure that whatever's still in there is actually getting healed. That multi-target is going to get some of those small troops up front, but I'm not too worried about that because of its range. And you'll see here that the queen just goes ham. I mean, a level 22 queen is awesome. Those giants kind of got stuck on the wall there, but you see we're at 44% already. I got a bunch of small troops on the outside. The queen's still killing it inside. I mean, she can tank 2 of those 75 DPS, expos, and we just broke the 50% with the town hall. Easy 2-star. A lot of people might get intimidated by a base like this, or just figure they can get the 50% on the outside. But really, as you can see, one jump spell is all it takes to really get that easy 2-star. And that worked out perfectly. What I'll do too is I'll show you real briefly. I basically do the same thing on their number 2, only because his base design is almost identical. So his is a little bit tighter, but the jump spell essentially works the same fashion. He has the same Tetris design on the outside corners, those same blocks in the middle. There's only a couple of buildings I could have one-shotted with some archers, so I did that. Same thing with the giants, wall breakers, get into that square section there. A couple more wall breakers, because I guess something killed them. And then, the drill, rage, get them to kill everything, heal, jump, my freeze, which is a fail, because I don't hit the Inferno Tower. But, the queen will jump inside there to get the king and queen once they start doing their damage. Another rage, just to make sure everything cleans up inside pretty nice. You see the giants take down those Inferno Towers quick. That's what I prefer to have them, over golems. And maybe not take them down, but surely do a significant amount of damage. You see here the queen will just take out the Expo, take out that Inferno with a couple shots. And then she's going to clean up the inside. And with that, 50%, 2-star, super easy. Not to be on the cheaper side of things, but you throw a Go Wipe or a Go Wee Wee at this, and I bet you almost have the same results. So maybe you get 80% or 99%, but whether you get 99% or 50% as long as you take that town hall out, both your results are going to be ideally the same. Once you get up to the Town Hall 10 level, when people are going against each other anymore with the skeleton traps and the giant bombs being buffed against the hogs, getting 3 stars as a Town Hall 10 is trickier. Hopefully when I get my spells up to higher levels, I'll have better replays and all for you guys. So with that, I'm going to just have some music play behind the raids and enjoy, Clash on.